but it wasn't brought to us for us to be teaching it in our classrooms. Even the Western missionaries that you say that we should not emulate, they have made progress by both acknowledging religion and education as two separate bodies, not a collective one. So by you saying that we should not emulate them, but rather you've moved on to say that we should emulate them because they brought it to us, I think you have really contradicted yourself and you have shot yourself in the leg. Lastly, I'd like to speak on the fact that in line with Nigeria's current situation, by removing religion and education, by separating them, by teaching them independently, religion in the church and education in the classroom, we can create an unbiased education for each and every Nigeria and create religious balance for our beloved and dear country. Thank you.
Did he say Cindy shot herself in the foot?
That's what he said. I heard him.
Boy, oh boy. He went out firing from all sides in the rebuttal. But I'm sure Cindy is equal to this, and she's got some superior rebuttal to present at this point in time.
Hopefully so. Cindy, your rebuttal time is 3 minutes, and it starts now.
Still standing on this existing protocol, my name remains Cindy Paul. Yes, I can also acknowledge that my opponents made some very valuable points, but I still stand in my opinion that religion should not be removed from schools. First of all, I'd like to ask my opponents, if we're removing religion from schools, does that also mean we're removing subjects like CRS and IRS? And we also have to acknowledge the importance that those subjects play in a lot of degrees and a lot of majors in university. So if we're removing it from secondary schools, from primary schools, from all the schools, we also have to remove it from university. We also have to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. This is going to be a bigger hassle than removing it completely. Also, my opinion said that I shot myself in the foot by saying we should not acknowledge Westerners and then acknowledging them. Well, as I said, from what I meant by we should not follow along with the Westerns, I mean that we should not follow along by removing religion from schools. As we can see that not only have they removed religion from schools, they have also added some political agendas that is not only indoctrinating students, but it's also changing their mentality and how they perceive themselves. So I do not understand how it would be positive to remove religion from schools. Also, my opponent also said something about having religion moved promotes a more secular environment. Well, I disagree, because if we keep religion in schools, it also allows each person to come and talk about their background, talk about their religion, talk about who they feel is God to them, how they face life with the help of their religion. Not just Christianity, not just Islam, but also other religions that are practiced in Nigeria, also other minorities. And if religion is accepted in schools, then it will make way for all these minorities to come forward and spread their stories, spread their religion, spread their culture, spread their traditions, all of those. It can spread it. My opponent also said that it will be detrimental to the mental health of students, but I disagree. Personally, from my experience, having a religion that I can talk about in school, having a religion that I can talk about with my classmates, with my friends, with everything, it makes me joyful, it makes me happy, knowing that my problems are not just my own, but I can also share them with my God. And it also makes me happy to know that I can not only share my problems with my God, but I can also share my religion with my classmates without judgment, because it's having religions in school creates a judgment-free zone where everybody can come. They can come and address their religions. They can come and celebrate these religious holidays, as we all know that they are being celebrated. For example, the public holiday that is happening in Salah. Each schools are also going on public holiday for that. If you ask me, religion should not only remain in schools, but it should be acknowledged and it should be accepted throughout the country. Thank you.
All right. 3 minutes without 16 seconds, and that means 15 minutes plus, right? Okay.
All right. We are done with round 2, the rebuttal, and we've heard from Cindy Paul, who stands her ground in a place of argument, begs to differ that religion has no place in school. And she's giving us, articulated her point on why it should have a place in our curriculum in schools here in Nigeria. We're done with the second round of it, and we'll be heading for the closing any minute now. Meanwhile, so many comments have coming from our Facebook page and our YouTube page also. A lot of people, this debate is doing their head in like, hey, how do I do this? But don't worry, it's not your job. Don't fret. The judges are the ones sweating it out in the secretariat, trying to put the numbers together. Majid Dahiru, Irene Bangwell, adding up the numbers using the different criteria that have been spelled out for our debaters, and they'll let us know how they performed for the prize money of 1 million naira. Don't forget that this is brought to you by PressPay NG, We Pay, You Pay, by 3J's Hotel and Apartment here in the Federal Capital. Call to Fly, Travels and Tour here in the Federal Capital also are being our solid support system from start to this very moment.
Okay, so we'll take that much needed break and then we are right back, and the participants will be giving their closing remarks, or closing, right? Mm-hmm. It's not closing remarks. Okay, let's take that break now. We'll be back.
I beg to differ. Going back.
Abuja, get ready for I Beg to Differ debate.
I feel optimistic to lend my voice, especially at this challenging time when indiscipline in schools reigns supreme.
People, especially students, have used this opportunity as an excuse to become lazy.
The premium brand debate of young stars exclusively on Nigeria Info FM, Abuja.
Students are becoming over-reliant on AI tutoring systems.
The competition is here and they are ready for the showdown. The winner wins 1 million naira and participates in the grand finale with students from finalists around the country. Be part of the debate through sponsorship. Call John on 0803700 3120.
In conclusion, AI isn't all good or bad. It depends on how we use it.
All right, Abuja, if you think they've convinced you enough with their argument on this particular motion, well, brace yourself. There's still a whole lot more to come. 6 minutes of superior argument, 3 minutes each from our debaters to put the final finish to their argument. And so if you're already taking sides and thinking this is it, this person is the winner, just wait and hear the closing before you make your conclusion on this particular motion. And who knows? Their argument might sway you on where you stand for future arguments when you get to your offices, your newspaper stand on the place of religion and schools in Nigeria.
We can't take away the fact that we've been learning a whole lot from this students who have been dishing out facts and giving out figures in the course of their debate. That's one thing that excites me, that they're not just speaking randomly, but speaking from places of facts. And that is quite encouraging to know that they conducted their research and are all ready for this.
Yeah.
So,
we're ready for the closing.
All right.
So you've got 3 minutes each to make your closing remark. If by some chance we get a tie, we'll get to the tiebreaker, which will be 5 minutes each. So we'll let the judges decide on how this plays out. Excel, are you ready?
Yes.
Cindy Paul, are you ready?
Yes.
You have to give us everything you have in you at this point in time.
The deciding moment is gradually approaching.
Yeah.
And so it's time for you to close Excel. Your time starts running now.
I mean OMA-BENEDI EXCEL of Government Science Secondary School, Piakasa in Maitama, and I appreciate this platform to lend my voice on pressing matters such as this that affect our nation, Nigeria. She firstly spoke on the fact that I said that religion and education separated can be detrimental. Religion and education combined could be detrimental to the health of the Nigerian students, but that is not what I said. I said incorporating religion into education can be detrimental to the health of Nigerians because it gives them a little bit more than they need to focus on, because the hectic schedules that students are forced to pay attention to and adapt to is not comfortable. It's not comfortable, is not good for their all-round progress, because it gives them more to focus on, and it will divide their ability to concentrate and properly channel their excellence into the right amount of subject. You said that I'm trying to imply the removal of CRS and IRS. Yes, I am implying that because it simply states that religion and education should be separate, and this implies that CRS and IRS, which are subjects that students are forced to take on, should be removed because it removes their ability to focus. It divides their attention too much. It deters their ability to be excellent. It deters their ability to bring out their full potential and be the academic excellences that all our parents and every single Nigerian and every single African and every citizen of the world wants our children to become. Furthermore, she said that I said that religion can religion and education brought together can cause riots. Yes, I agree to that. I've witnessed firsthand when classmates are arguing about their religious differences, arguments that no one is going to win because these are religious facts, these are religious values that we have been nurtured with. We grew up knowing these things, and no matter what, the opposite side can convince us if we are truly our religious patriots. You said. So to close, I'd like to identify that religion has its place, but it's not in the educational institution. Religion belongs in the heart. Religion belongs in the homes of individuals, not in the classrooms, not in the curricula, where facts, logic, and empirical evidence should reign supreme. And I believe that by a balanced approach to education, a balanced approach to religion, we can separate these two things and at the same time develop both of them, modernize both sectors, create a better future for both sectors, and in turn develop Nigeria, develop Africa, and more preferably develop the world at large. Thank you for your audience.
All right. It feels like if a pin drops, you hear it. The studio absolutely silent when they're presenting their argument. It feels like even our audience are just holding their breath. Like, I don't want to miss one single point from these debaters at this point in time. We've had OMA-BENEDI's closing. And it's time for us to go to Little Miss Cindy.
Not so little. All right, Cindy, you have 3 minutes. I hope you make an impression on the judges. Your time starts running now.
My name remains Cindy Paul ONYEKA from Roberto's Guzuzi to Abuja. Firstly, I'd like to thank the people that organized this program for the opportunity. I'd like to thank everybody that supported me. And also, I would also like to close my remarks and close my debates with a couple of words. But first, I would also like to acknowledge some things that my opponent said. First of all, from two things that I'd like to acknowledge. My opponent talked about the curriculum being too busy and CRS being too time consuming and students should focus on other things. If you ask me, first of all, we have to acknowledge that from the classes SS1 to SS3, CRS becomes a completely optional subject, which a lot of people still decide to carry on because because they love the subject or because they love religion in schools and in general. So I really believe that it's taking away students' choice to carrying those subjects out. Also, if we believe that the subjects are getting too many, then that should be tackled maybe through periods, the amount of periods that we're having in a day, or the amount of classes that we're having at a time. Also, my opponent said something about Finland being more educationally developed than Nigeria. First of all, I'd like to say that my opponent is putting solutions to problems that they are not meant to go to. If you ask me, Finland's success in education is not because they are not going through with religious education. It's because they have less periods for kids. It's because they have more breaks for kids. It's because they let their kids breathe. And if you ask me that, if we come to Nigeria and look at that problem, it's not a problem on the subjects, but a problem with the periods times and how we spend our times. I also have to acknowledge that Nigeria has one of the best graduates and educated people, with them forming a majority of the workforce in countries abroad. So how would we say that CRS is being detrimental to education if Nigerians are being one of the best and most educated people working abroad? Also, I would also like to say that we cannot simply take away religion just because of some measly problems. You cannot take away religion from a lot of our daily lives just because of that. Schools remains a large place for people to learn about not just their religion, not just things that they may not have known from houses or from church or from mosque, but also about other people's religions. I know things about some other people's religions that I may not have ever known. They say a candle without fire is like a man without spiritual life is like a candle without fire. I'm taking this quote from Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, and I would like to say that taking religion out of schools would be detrimental to man's spiritual life, as it's very important for not just me but for everybody in society. So, thank you very much.
All right. I was hoping you would give us some time. Let her finish that Buddha thought, but it is time. And our timekeeper is impartial. Once it's the 3-minute mark, that's it. Cindy gave us her closing argument within record time also. So, ladies and gentlemen, You've heard their presentation, you heard their rebuttal, you heard their closing. It's now for us to wait, keep our fingers crossed, and hear what the judges have to say. Majid Dahiru, Irene Bangwell. I know at this point in time, I don't know if they need calculator to do the numbers, but they will be putting the numbers together at this point in time and see how it tallies up.
We're waiting. While we wait for that, we'll be taking the comments and also getting the feedbacks from the online audience. Okay, Akonbi Clothing's fashion school said, nice one, Kim. Let the best win. Yakubu Arina, we see your message here. You said they are on fire and you're very proud of them. Salisu Suleiman said, at this point, let's go to Lagos. Abuja is proud of you guys. And actually, George said the parents of these kids did a very great job by bringing them up to be mentally strong like this. Want to take some more, Kim?
Oh yeah. We've got lots of these messages on WhatsApp here. Good afternoon. The debaters are doing wonderfully well. Most especially, we're going to leave the name out. We know where you stand, but hey, let the judges decide. You know how it is now. You don't call the result until we hear from the umpire, from the secretariat. There's no declaring of results. The returning officer will be here any minute now, hopefully. Kim and Swat are able and accurate timekeeper. I can agree less with okay. Sunday from Aso Drive, we see you. If I'm from Wuse Zone 6 says, did we hear quote of the Constitution? I see. A lot of people are just wowing. It feels like siren is going out there. Wow. Everybody's wowing.
All right.
You guys didn't know young people can debate. And yet we'll drop on the phone line. What do you think about Nigeria? Some of you will now be turning things on his head.
Exactly.
Moving forward, anybody that calls Nigeria info, you have to give us strong, superior arguments. No
with
more
facts and figures to back up your arguments.
We've learned from 13 and 14-year-olds how this is done.
So what are we saying? We don't have any excuse, right?
Oh boy. Is that a returning officer spy with my little eyes?
The billionaire returning officer is in the studio. Find your way to the bench approach.
Oh boy. Why am I the one feeling nervous now?
Calm down.
All right. I'm sure you're looking into the studio. You saw LFE's the billionaire waltz his way in as our return officer. He's brought us this sealed envelope, not so sealed, actually. And we get to find out the verdict of our judges. The verdict is in Abuja. And it couldn't have come this way, this far, without the support of Presspay NG. Without the support of 3J's Hotel and Apartment here in the Federal Capital. And without the support of Call to Fly Travels and Tours Company here in the Federal Capital. Remember, the prize money is 1 million naira. And automatically these two qualify for Lagos. And the best four get to Lagos also to represent us. Why am I stalling, you ask? Well, the moment is finally here.
Out with it.
Yeah. On the motion, religion has no place in school. The aggregate presentation score for Cindy Paul Onyeka is 2. The aggregate rebuttal point, 2.7. In her closing, her aggregate score, 4. Her style of presentation earned her 11. And in total, Cindy Paul got 19.7. She faced off with OMA-BENEDI EXCEL, who in his presentation, he got 6. In his rebuttal, he got 6. His closing argument was 6. His style of presentation apparently was on fire. He got a 20, which is the highest we've received so far. In total, 38. So, with this, OMA-BENEDI EXCEL has excelled as our winner for the Abeg to Differ first edition of the debate, winning the prize money of 1 million naira, and will be representing us in Lagos for the national. Look at you. Mr. Green Beret, how do you feel right now?
What can I explain? I'm short of words.
Oh,
You're short of words.
You've used all
out
of it
with
to
the
debate.
words, oh. Out. Let it come out.
All right, Excel to the finals with 1 million naira. Cindy,
Congratulations.
you gave it a good run, my dear. I know that during the semi-finals, you had your co-debater then tell you, finish the boy. It became a gender battle.
But you know, it's not all us. She's also a winner. She's representing us in Lagos.
Yeah, first runner also. Congratulations. You get prize money. You go to Lagos. So there's still more to be done. But share your thoughts with us, candidly. How has been the process? I know it's been like a topsy-turvy one for someone like you who came back as a wild card, and you who's just been shooting from the get-go. Like, you just feel like you came out of your school, wore your beret, and say, I go show them for this Abuja. Indeed, you showed us so. But how's it been? How's been your experience so far? Let's start with Cindy.
It's been stressful, but I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm not a public speaker.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, Cindy. You don't strike me off as with the way you presented. No, don't say that.
You are. You've got it.
You are.
I put it to you, a public speaker. Go and think about it at home. Excel.
Before I give my remarks, I'd like to extend my greatest forms of appreciation to Mr. Dioni Elijah, my trainer. I'd like to say thank you for the sleepless nights, from sleeping by 2 and all of that. I'd like to say thank you to Government Science Secondary School, Piakasa in Mitama. Without them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been granted this opportunity to represent them, and I wouldn't have been granted the opportunity to represent Lagos in the finals. I'd like to thank my family for bringing up this young man that the world can see and appreciate. And I would like to say thank you to all the members of the press club, all my friends who kept on telling me, who kept on giving me words of encouragement. I would like to thank all my friends, my family, for all the prayers. Without them, without God, I would not be here. And I would like to say a final thank you to the sponsors, the impartial judges, the timekeeper, the moderator, and everyone who has been involved in this beautiful experience of mine. I'd like to give you thank you, and I pray that the Lord will enrich you beyond your wildest expectations. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you.
I'm sure his mom will be like, oh my God, my son!
Are your parents listening to you now? Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
Indeed. So Excel is a millionaire as we speak. Speak with him with respect, though.
I'm telling you. So guys, you guys are going to represent us in Lagos. Like, what's your plan, Cindy? Let me start with you.
My plan.
Yes. Because this is not the end of the road. You know that.
I'm aware. I'm very research happy, so I just want to keep doing research, practicing, ensuring that this is not defeat. I would represent the federal capital in Lagos to bring back the prize, bring back the trophy. My plan in general, I just want to try my best, leave it in the hands of God. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And overall, just express how much I care, how much I try. Just show that everyone that my efforts there. I want to show my efforts with the results.
All right. Okay. So you still get an opportunity of the national to do that. And our partners, our sponsors in the studio, I'm sure they would step forward at one point. They will have something to say. We're expecting our program director to come into the studio also, because we need to do a formal presentation of our checks and also give what is expected. The top 3 will be announced today, winner, and more of those who will be representing the federal capital. All right, so we'll start off with we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll get to hear from our sponsors of this debate and more. Stay with us.
Abuja, get ready for I Beg to Differ debate.
I feel optimistic to lend my voice, especially at this challenging time when indiscipline in schools reigns supreme.
People, especially students, have used this opportunity as an excuse to become lazy.
The premium brand debate of young stars exclusively on Nigeria Info FM, Abuja.
Students are becoming over-reliant in AI tutoring systems.
The competition is here and they are ready for the showdown. The winner wins 1 million naira and participates in the grand finale with students from finalists around the country. Be part of the debate through sponsorship. Call John on 08037003120.
In conclusion, AI isn't all good or bad. It depends on how we use it.
All right, we couldn't have done this without the incredible, amazing support of some fantastic partners here with us in the studio, and also the management of Nigeria Info FM. As it's mentioned that we have our program director in the studio with us. He came all the way into the studio from his office.
For our program director.
We'd have something to say, our program director. Then we'd get to hear from our sponsors also. Or do we give our sponsors a platform to speak first? All right.
To the sponsors first.
Press Pay NG. We pay, you pay. Talk to us.
Thank you very much. I mean, I had a swell time. I can't even lie. From the looks on my face, you can tell. I mean, I was just going left, right, from mouth to eye. I was like, who am I going to listen to?
I know.
Like, I had a very beautiful moment, and from the team of Press PNG, we want to give our heartfelt gratitude. We want to say thank you so much. I mean, what we're doing and what you're doing is not just something that rests with us. It's something that has to continue. It's because the best investment in life is investment in humans. And then seeing these students, standing strong, representing their schools, defending what they believe in, is wonderful. I mean, I myself at some point, I'll be like, are you even sure I can speak like this when I was Well, as long as they are doing it, they're all doing it for each and every one of us that can't out there. So on behalf of Press PNG, We Pay You Pay, the #1 leading education banking and finance platform in Africa. We want to say well done. You guys have really done well. Cindy and Oma, you guys have really done well, and we'll say a very huge thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being having the confidence in us and being a part of this. Thank you enough. Call to Fly travels and tour here in the Federal Capital. Thank you for being our partner also. I'm sure you got a message.
I'm just wowed by what I've seen so far, and thank God that I have to invest my time and resources as a social responsibility as a company and as a person. I'm wowed that I took the opportunity. It was a great opportunity for us as a brand, Call to Fly, as a brand, to support every opportunity we see. Just as we provide services for traveling, for tours, for visas, and every other thing, so also do we provide support for people that we believe had those things that we personally or corporately don't have, so that they can bring out their best. And also, there's no way you can wish for something without supporting it. So we are gladly saying we are here to stay for life. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. And
this is a long-term relationship.
We're in this for life.
So help us, God.
For better, for worse.
All right, let's also hear from 3J's Hotels and Apartment, ma'am. Mr. 3J's, I'm sure you've got a message for us. I kept calling them restaurant because they were bringing deliciousness to the studio. I was eating and I just thought more of them as
You were doing Santi. You know what Santi is?
Forgive me for thinking about you and food alone. Your food is delicious, but thank you for partnering with us also.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, my name is Jerome Peter Okogu, 3J's Hotel and Apartment. My managing director sends his greetings, Mr. Joseph Olotu. Well, the event has come and gone, and we pray and wish we will continue to partner with Nigeria Info. Actually, one thing we should understand is programs like this, we call on corporate bodies to really sponsor. Because when the program started, I was trying to establish how far it will go and what will be our participation in it. But with this presentation from the students, it has really given us the strength that yes, we have to go back and do more. And I will encourage every establishment, please do the little you can do as community responsibility is called upon. Anytime we are called to support programs like this, I say thank you for the opportunity you've given to us to partner with you. And I say thank you also for the support and the strength you've given to the students. When they were doing the whole presentation, I was just thinking of my kids. I said, I wish a platform like this would be given to them. And I pray that the good Lord will continue to give us the strength to give these kids the best.
We have subsequent editions, so your kids can always participate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I think I'll be glad to see that.
All right, then. Yeah. So for those who are hesitant when we put out the call and register, turn in your entry. Last minute when we are closed the door, they're like, let us in. Say, the arc has moved.
You know, people always don't believe the process at first until when they see the success, and you know, everybody becomes a friend of success. So, I mean, I'm glad we proved ourselves with the help of our sponsors. So next edition is going to be way bigger and way better than this. That's what we know.
Excel, I'm not saying you should put in entry next year.
No, Excel, you just watch.
Because Excel looks like next year is already calculated. All right. Thank you to our partners, 3J's Hotel and Apartment. Thank you very much. Cultified Travels and Tour, PressPay, NG. We've got our program director here, sir.
Mr. Daniel Arboki, put your hands together.
All right. So,
you want to speak from there?
I'm camera shy somehow. All right. So, on behalf of CEO, Mr. Serge Nujem, and the GM, Femi Obon Daniels, who is directly responsible for IBTD, I want to say first and very importantly, a very big thank you to our sponsors, who we see as our partners. Please, a round of applause for them. Yes, thank you very much. When it is educational, it is only the sound mind organizations that partner. But when it's everything else, everyone could come on board.
Yes.
So to them, we say thank you. And of course, I Beg to Differ is our flagship program. It's just that I'm not totally sure if the next edition in Abuja will be on Nigeria Info, as it's most likely going to be on our new station, Kids FM, which is moving to Port Harcourt and then to Abuja. But if it is on Nigeria Info, well, it's all good. It is just a way to announce that we now have on our brand a brand new radio station for the kids. It's Kids FM.
It's worth applauding.
And such educational platforms will naturally come on Kids FM as much as it is on Nigeria Info. And to the participants, we say a very big congratulations to you. And I will assure you that Lagos won't be a champagne party or a child's play. So get ready. Port Harcourt will be meeting you in Lagos, and then please go and slug it out and come back victoriously. And I would say a very big thank you to the team in Abuja. Thank you very much, LFEZ, Swat, Dunia. Thank you very much, Kim. And the guys in the background, Big Mo,
Somi,
Biggie,
Daniel, the big one,
Mr. J.
Everyone. Most importantly, our judges as well. So thank you very much. And thank you, everyone. A big congratulations again.
All right. No one from our judges. Majid Dairu, Irene Bangwell. You get to hear from them in a bit. So are we going to hear from them first before we do the final presentation? All right. So we'll get to hear from Majid Dahiru. He's a researcher, a columnist. He's the tech team lead of Luke's Terra Leadership Foundation. Irene Bangwell is the co-founder of NOSC 100 Naira a Day School in Kuje FCT. And she's a girl coach also.
Definitely.
Yeah, they have been incredible. 2 weeks and a day extra. They have been collating figures and putting to rest any doubt from the listeners. So far, so good. Nobody called in at any point to protest the results. They've all agreed 100% that it is factual, it is real, and there was no IREV problem.
No IREV problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
And talking about people who have done some amazing job to put this together, we want to say thank you to Mr. John of our marketing department.
Yeah.
Mr. John has been so amazing.
Indeed.
Really amazing, doing all the background work and all of that. So we acknowledge Mr. John. And Benga, our social media guy. You guys deserve a round of applause. Honestly, you don't get to see them in front of the cameras, but their support and their work is incredible.
All right, so we have our judges here.
Mr. Majid, please.
Is that what happens when people are putting the numbers together?
All right. I think you can have that. Okay, just use that. Okay.
Yeah.
What can we say?
Yeah.
Just to thank the organizers of this very, very important event for giving us the honor and privilege of being part of, the first edition. And we encourage that this sort of event that is intellectually based should be encouraged. I want to thank the sponsors too for supporting this very noble event, because it will go a long way to impact on the education of our children, and it will actually incentivize the culture of learning, because even as adults we learn so much from these children. I was telling my co-judge that some university graduates cannot actually debate like these children. And so if we can actually foster this culture of debating and intellectual exercise, I'm sure it will go a long way to improve the quality of education in Nigeria and the overall improvement in this quality of citizens we turn out in the next generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So let's put our hands together for this.
So I also want to just start commending the corporate partners to this project. Education doesn't always get funding from corporate Nigeria, so it's so beautiful to see them do this. I said it the last time I was on air, that while we're growing up, there were a whole lot of debating conversations, so young people could aspire intellectually. Yeah. Today in Nigeria, young people aspire mostly in terms of entertainment. So I'm so honored to have been a part of this, and I think that the kids who made it to the final were the people that needed to be at the final. And so I commend Excel, that we've had a wonderful time listening to, and of course Cindy. I'm so happy that a girl made it to the final. Yes, so yes. So I want to celebrate all the kids from round of 16, round of 8. But something that Mr. Majid and I agreed on is that we need to have debating clubs in cities. Yeah. And I think that Nigeria Info should drive starting an Abuja debating club for teens, because what we witnessed in the last week was just beautiful to see that young people can research, can argue, can engage intellectually. So we celebrate Nigeria Info for hosting this debate across different cities. And we're just asking you guys to do a little bit more for us and make sure we have Abuja City debates going on, like Abuja City clubs for debating, because this is something that needs to be encouraged. Thank you for having Dr. Majid and I for the debate. Yes. Oh, thank you.
We don't waste time here. All right, Abuja City debate, signed, sealed. We're waiting to deliver on it. All right, PD says so. Okay, so, Sahel, what happens to the... Yeah. Press pay. Okay. So please would have to come to the front where the camera. Let's move these chairs. Careful. Yep.
Can come this way?
Yeah.
Will you play music?
Yep.
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
All right, we're giving the prize money to the first runner-up, Cindy Paul, 500,000 naira. All right, let's do this one here.
Cindy, On behalf of Press PNG, we want to encourage you. Like you said, this is not defeat. This is just a stepping stone to something higher. We appreciate you and we want to see more of you. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
I would like to assure you that you've not heard the last from Press PNG. Whoa.
You're welcome. All right.
All right, so congratulations to Cindy Paul for #500,000 naira. And okay, I know we have a commercial break coming up. In spite of this, we're still doing business. OMA-BENEDI EXCEL, are you ready? Okay. So for the winner of the I Beg to Differ debate, the very first edition of it here in the Federal Capital, OMA-BENEDI EXCEL, 13-year-old from Government Science Secondary School, Pierre Kasa Meitama. Let's applaud him.
I mean, you are such a promising young man. I can see the way you smile. I don't know what is about his face, but the way he smiles,
smiling.
The way he smiles makes me feel like, oh, he knows where he's going.
Yes.
Like you don't need to tell him. So on behalf of Press PNG, we are so proud of you. I want to see more of you. Want to hear wonders that you've done. Be like, that young man, we know him. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Press PNG. Congratulations, OMA-BENEDI EXCEL, the young millionaire. Even the dummy check is too heavy for him at 13. I wonder what I was doing at 13-year-old. Definitely not earning. Okay, you have something from Press Pay. Okay, Call to Fly. All right, Call to Fly also has something for OMA-BENEDI EXCEL. Can you just hold on like 10, 20 seconds? Let's run for a quick commercial break and we'll get to hear from you. Stay with 95.1 Nigeria Info. It's not all over. We'll be back in a bit.
Let's talk about something.
Nigeria Info Abuja edition of
I Beg to Differ.
I Beg to Differ.
I Beg to Differ student debate is back on. It's opened.
16 active, intelligent, brilliant debaters for the I Beg to Differ debates.
Back on track right now.
And you can be a part of it if you are a secondary school student. You are age
13 to 16.
You can compete for a grand prize of
1 million naira.
So registration is open right now.
If you go to our site, you see the debate questions. You give for and against in terms of your argument.
Once you do that, you'll be required to upload a 4-minute audio recording of yourself, 2 minutes arguing in favor, and 2 minutes arguing against.
Don't forget that there will be amazing prizes that will come with the I Beg to Differ.
And the winner, aside from getting 1 million naira from here, will also participate in the national debate.
Get a chance to represent the FCT and be flown to Lagos to compete in the grand finale.
It's going to happen live in the studio. We're going to be streaming live, Facebook, YouTube.
If you want to be a sponsor, a good time to call as well.
Get in touch with us.
Just call Mr. John. He's our head of marketing, and he'll be glad to give you any information, any update concerning what categories you can sponsor.
An opportunity for you to sell yourself, to sell your company, to sell whatever products.
Number is 0803 700 3120. That's 0803 700 3120.
Cash in or capitalize on this opportunity to sponsor I Beg to Differ on Nigeria Info 95.1. I'll be glad to hear from you.
Let's get back to your reactions right now, shall we?
This is Nigeria Info.
Audio Jungle.
established.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Call to Fly, can I stand?
Oh,
yes, no, you can sit. You can sit.
Okay. On behalf of Call to Fly, we wish to give this to the winner that have excelled, and we are ready to tell him that we are ready to take him to anywhere he wants to go to. Since they say he's going somewhere, Call to Fly is ready as a company and as a personal commitment to take him to anywhere he wants to go so that he can excel excellently. So on behalf of Call to Fly, Travel and Tour based in Abuja, we are giving this to Mr. Excel.
All right.
That's amazing.
Congratulations to Excel. He still gets more offers coming in. And I know that, let me get that message out. There was a special dynasty.
Okay, before you do that, Kim, we would like to thank our media partners. We have a lot of our media friends who have supported us and are still supporting us. News Agency of Nigeria, FRCN, Ray Power, Leadership Newspapers, Vanguard Newspaper, CNA Online, which is a online TV, and then Daily Trust. Thank you all for your support. We really do appreciate you.
Well, that's not all. We have Oria Persin Dynasty Prize for Excellence, which also was sent in. And perhaps it's coming as lunch money on top of all the monies that you've received. So for the Oria Persin Dynasty Prize for Excellence, Excel get 30,000 naira for whatever you want to blow it on. Cindy Paul as the first runner of the 20,000 naira also. Congratulations to you. All right, it's raining money today.
I'm telling you.
Okay, 3J's got a message.
Okay, 3J's.
All right, I would like to call the
winner.
The winner
Excel, please come forward.
Congratulations on this day. And may the good Lord continue to grant you more wisdom. Amen. And also, the management of 3Js will also be giving him a dinner night. And also, if you can call the parent to come with him, we'll have a night at our apartment.
Oh, wow.
So
interesting.
That's
great.
On behalf of 3J's Apartments, we say congratulations on this day.
Thank you very much.
Isn't it just amazing? You guys, right now I'm sure their mates are, why didn't I enter for this? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure it will get better and better.
Well, our program director says it's going to Kiddies FM, which is coming pretty soon. If not, if you hear the entry being called, run and turn in your application. Okay? It will be a lot of work, preparation, research and all, but it will be worth it at the end of the day, like it is for Excel and Cindy here and all the amazing, fantastic people who joined in this. We'll get back to it in a bit.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a break and there will be more. Once again, thanks to PressPay NG, Call to Flies Travels and Tour, 3J's Hotel and Apartment. We thank you very much.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.